Rashebedweni and
FM 104.3 good to meet
Yantwa so exactly 20 minutes past 9 Peace 104.3 Dr. Owusu Afriyie Akoto a former agric minister opinion wa channel pay
me junu wa chiefo nyina so
boko de
nyame ado
ya da sinu adaje na enche bia no ye no di nkomo ha samre no na oye minister of agric enwechi afedie wasaba ha anope onye minister of agric biom na emom o se MPP4 ye betu franka ayi franka tuni ama na di ekunenim akopre akonwa 2024 na ujiri se ufata ese se yebeto aba amao na ne di kan no bisa se o campaign so far say atete tonka ye hu foni ye hande yekoso campaign it is a
campaign ko yepa o se hu se sa abatwa e baswe MPP amanyoko ena e shia to aba na nya obia wo MPP mu na wo ko to aba no e onipa ya shawo mo so omo no mo to aba enyi franka tufo
okay
emayen intino omo a ekono e dia shawo mo nsa no omo na eni omo di nkomo
eno ni delegates no
nkomo no a ye die no nso no enya abontin so nkomo e dem nkomo na ye die fi say party asam
okay
ene intino ene ama e koso no bebre no mo amoti abontin no mo hu ye a omo a abe dia shawo mo sasa omo nya adwuma no omo na omo nim de ekoso
omo aye de ashom nsem ento sasa nkrofo ebi tie radio ebi hwe TV ebi nim ne ekoso we ememu enti se o ko aprobo na anyo modi nkomo a de na o ka kire mo se me Owusu Afriyie Akoto we ni nti ena megidi se mo de franka ne hye me nsem ebeboa nkomo ben sa
nkomo no nyina no ejina de nti a me pese bitu franka no
okay
na me den nkomo no sha ase wo results of the election yeah no 2020 so we share juma na do dan ko akufuado ye mu bi eboa no ma ne year ne first term no ene honsunsaso a yema Ghana fo a yesu say after first term no abato no ye beto no kese pa de abono e de yi na ye nenso ankobasa
okay
so we 2020 results na uhunu say enema mienu they decline for parliamentary elections, you know.
Yeah.
From 169 constituencies. Tiba 137 and any NDC for 137. Urua enema koso party you know. Enti oye say obe free party no kwa akugina as an independent candidate.
Yeah.
Ewo formana me o hobby in platform so attempt the dia ye no tele radio so Kumasi abonten so nearma ye keka etia no eventually no results by about 137 no ono ne kopa ne cho say on fana no ntum say oni ye be ye adwuma we enya arahosam no ye ne kan ya ansana o kase me nemo be ye adwuma ansana ye still a majority ye Speaker of Parliament,
yeah,
the Right Honorable Michael Quay, one of the most experienced politicians in this country, lawyer, professor, historian, so on, our speaker. Koto aba our Parliament, na Honorable Backben, NDC, a defeat na man or known as a speaker.
Yeah.
We share results no biwa. Say 2016. Your candidate, President Kufuado, that time no your president, no ma bemukra, OBT, President Mahama by nearly 1.5 million votes, or Pepim by 25 votes. About 2020 no, saa votes no ɛte sɛ hwi ɛma no ba bɛka 500,000. Ashanti region a backbone, the stronghold of this party, nearly 800,000 registered voters. Omo anko ankoto aba. Ashanti region so there, so who register no ankoto and just want to ama NDC. Until results na ba 2020 no. Yemu bi one way if you say Juma ya ye ama ben President Akufo-Addo edi anim no. Na home results na yenyae no. Na wo hwe mu nso a samre nyina no NDC campaign omo ye. Who says me busa o say mame one message at NDC for the year campaign na unya because omo an kan bibia sombo a be magana for asesa o madwene say ye de ade no ma wo mo na say e beti yen ye results no so nto hwa yen ya party mu nsam na nka ma ya di nkuguo if you say campaign no 2020 no me be pa all over the country most of the time and na President Akufo-Addo and me did achi and yeah call all the 16 regions constituencies na daddy they ko nyina no your party no ensem they me tie they me hunu ye no eduru ba bi na abom hu say yanhwa ye de conflicts a woman DC ne candidate and koso party chairman and secretary kontokwa the worst place that I noticed say a hono de enye kra trauma power central region because central region they would drew hono me drew hono wote skirt and blouse baby abefabia no ho asam na omoka and pass the results no ba honey lose constituencies kase pa enti enema nye ma party na saa wonchu no an ye de be 2024 dia na be ye dia ma MPP
na che se mono mambo mo bra yi
ye se party no
se party uka ho
ai but me wa bemo
ba wa bemo party na de kwa bemo
party na de kwa bemo
hinti che se mo bemo when ni yi ama party no
well and there when I obeka the media
me also call aprobo no nia oti
yes
ntawantawa
yes
e je say mo abemu enam so na aba ne sa
party no so e wo no an so ne structure wo say odi hwe sa na me nyina enya ban na be party no ho adwuma ama party no wo say party no e wo mpanimfo move from chairman national regional constituency polling station all of that. And there no party, no institution by itself. I was it me solving a problem. Yes, I bind a solve a party problem. See, and no, no, and now results no buy. Me said there a Juma ya in the first time, nya home for swanka, ye lose election. No, na se second term, idiot, in your name, and near my sister, my emo, and near my dear man. See, I mean, no can say. Your IMF in himself and no so you know and do or more you know more uncomodino ever baby eti emra na yamaya no kra no results no ankoye na na yamanya nti o se hwe etie ni hwe party no ne etie emu to the extent say 2024 ebetimi aye amaniama akoso aman no na me gina so a me yes say mebam if you say party e be fan say ye wo me mu if you come say abonten so in the 1950s I me papa Owusu Akoto the first political party in Ashanti region. That is why Ashanti became still the stronghold of the party and its traditions. And for me party no yamabusia Tiniame koso enya I was saying to me home bibi
Bronica bibi a friend is sense of entitlement. Send your say papa Owusu Akoto to the first party in the Ashanti region. And then the Mojidi say it was said naturally yet to abamo. A sense of Papa Nati Party.
The sense of commitment, not sense of
not entitlement.
A sense of commitment.
At the end, a massa commitment in the bar.
Oh, send a idea ya wa tumoa and no, and yes, a beer with a silver spoon in your mouth.
Oh, but you had a silver spoon.
No, well, I didn't.
Bafa Kuto's son
for 6 years. Bafa Kuto. A Chinoko 2 detention.
It didn't make you hungry. I'm a commando.
Well, oh,
but royal parenting. It is a bit. Bafa go to buy the common no.
Say, oh, Papa, you are
audition and the Papa Tiasi.
Exactly. It's anity. So, a sense of commitment. Say, part in the Busia, none near me Koswa, Emma. Niama part no more share non coso. I will say even at this late stage in my career, I decided to say I was say me share na me bemu. Na me bemu no so part in share no. Actually say so we a minister or bemu a untimi ntia ban no na wonya campaign. Say opese utu frankano. Nti ebedru ba bi no so wo gyae adwuma no. Na wo de hwe ekwan a obefa so a wo mo a womu si franka no uno mo be kasa na womu ati wase se ampa wona wo se di franka no kutawo
na okwa probo no ensemi a okanyina no omuso musei
eye bibia e ka womu akoma papa if is someone who say obi ti se me wa aban yi mu enipa a wo Ghana nyina obi ani ho a ka won pese obe cabinet minister. Not even less, a senior cabinet minister. Now, Casa will be judged because of the party. Now, a non party shady was see from the party for I couldn't come or so to Francano. A Bibia account of Macoma. So, one would say, Brody friend is sacrifice. I'm prepared to sacrifice a very major state appointment like a senior cabinet minister to step down to come and talk to them. So I'm on to Abano, Bibia, but Bia Mekubia, who can't show my account.
Dr. Afriyie Akoto, Oka party no has some papa, if son is and no now person, oh yeah. I say, as a party in Franca Tuna na wope. Ye bisa o maybe am I see a trio because said yes, sir, party no na wo dwene ho. Inti AI say, opeso some party in your mind.
There be, and no dear. Obi obeka sa chobia no enya no kure sa a 1 hour interview amede maye no just 90 seconds se nipa no bot tape kakra bo hu say it cannot be. How can it be? Asma American say obey so obey kasa obey president no your party no so odoko won't me fa honko
there
enti no wan hwe anya o party mu yia e dey say me tie me frɛ Uber say emfa me nko me fie e wo East Legon na Uber na ba na makotra Uber no engine abo na me tim enti me fa me do East Legon. That's the whole point I was making. And now omo a yanom for a twisted no ka say be person me by party ni ntina person me president. Na no crowd there 77 prejudice. Nyansa be ne hom. I'm saying that the means by which to become president no say I no me gina. That is important. And she share all my dream and person de ba o man mu man niama sesama obia ho atono no. That's a totally different thing. Sama me flag bearer of the party. Me ntimi niama wo mtimi be wu o mtimi me ntimi nye emma o mai empeja. O mai so nyankopon de niama bebre a che. Enso hwe ene ahokyere wo mu. Marchi kwa ke hwehwe say the board of IMF be approve ama ye niama akoyi ama bosia ye kohe abano. Say you 23rd aka 1 week.
Nya de beba so.
Ye Minister of Finance and on China. So it ateti na me komu and me kase me wo bibi wo madwene am fie nsia me ye minister. In fie nwotwe me ye member of parliament for Kwadaso in opposition no. Any my previous career with international organizations for 18 years, the UN system, going around the world, advising on policy, commodity, agriculture, way. So we didn't know bomwa. Me won him dia meet me, dia ba omayama so what doing. Here say you call IMF every now and then. 66 years of this country. They are called IMF bako 17 times. Ninyina no adia bako na kire. Your development is being financed by debt. So long as we continue to rely on debt to finance our development, we will go to the IMF umpteen times. And so your capacity to generate our own foreign exchange and fiscal revenue to fund industrialization, to fund health, to fund education, infrastructure, all the things that we can do. Now, and I'm in my whole public lecture. Bear now, any fan, a chairman.
UPSC.
UPSC. Now, and no, it was only a public lecture. I'm out for a lunch. Lunch in the Nyama, it's a lunch in the bar.
A lunch in my pony.
There be where they are home and from an elbow.
But, Doc, 18 years working on international circuit, 8 years member of parliament, 6 years in opposition.
Yes.
6 years senior cabinet minister. Why ye in Yuma Bibre?
That's right.
85 Siena 6 years senior cabinet minister. I didn't think near my wood train went to me on farm work for the buying.
Oh, baby,
baby,
in the sector of agriculture is one sector that has performed admirably in this administration.
And you'll be an abedia sir.
Well,
so
so facts are there. The facts are there. I'm holding here the evidence, the statistical evidence. The rate of growth of agriculture since 2009, every year throughout time. I may call Parliament 8 years now. President Mahama, most of it on a president. On the presidency, the performance of agriculture is captured in the annual rate of growth of the sector. And that is a statistical factor the government statistician every year comes out with. They say, Oshe sa performance na. Who say, Mahama administration, the growth of rate of agriculture, no, they run it into the ground. Every year, almost every year, a hodeno, a sutia nete. Now, you be so 2017, no. The last 3 years, for instance, 2019, and Sana COVID, babano, the rate of growth of agriculture in the sector in this country was 4.7%. The following year, 2020, a COVID buyer will be at them, the rest of Africa and so on. The rate of growth of agriculture went up to 7.4%. And then 2021 to the highest in this Fourth Republic, 8.4%. And based on that alone, you cannot say we haven't made a success of the sector. There are a lot of other evidence making the amount to show that the agricultural transformation has taken place, but it's not enough. And apart from performance that they are making, there are certain measures to FAPIM. See, agriculture. And yet, 7 breeders factory now they are there. Shame na fe na pia within an hour. Udi the best chef for moi. The bani bi o ha bosume miensa to say bro ubetima bu. Ebi on so mfie na mfie num na wonya ayi ababa akokra mfiri mo. Boni friend the tree crop. Enti enema no de eye bebre. Na wodi ni nya bomu a e kire say we have made a success. And not only that, initiatives be I have take care for many years. I been being how I take these initiatives. Since 1947, the Cocoa Board Act, I created a Cocoa Board at the time. there has not been one commodity board created since then. And so, when you are apart from cocoa, no, it's a rubber, nomine, cashew, name, and care share no so a critique our boss to be bound. A developer, can and this and I am a phone somewhere. You buy, you're creating the Tree Crop Development Authority.
Is it functioning?
Well, it is functioning, but part functioning because of lack of priority that I'm saying. The main thing is to create your authority, modeled on Ghana Cocoa Board, where the government is required to give a seed fund for 3 years, and then the rest of it, like Cocoa Board, the Omobeko borrow sika on their balance sheet to develop the sector, from research all the way to export.
But Cocoa Board is suffering. You didn't say Cocoa Board and Kasamobre.
Yeah, but
Ain't the Cocoa Board model and then cannot be cited as the best bet.
Well, I mean, Cocoa Board goes through like any other sector after 1947. You don't expect say it will be performing constantly and so on. But we share the way a Cocoa Board, we didn't have anything but cocoa. And it's because of Cocoa Board's effectiveness in creating world-class research centers like Cocoa Research Institute or TAFO, or Bole Research Institute or and then the farmers and getting the best guaranteeing them a price every year. 1st October, we are announcing a price for them. They buy at that price. There are standards in terms of quality. Exports and all of that, borrow money on the international market, come here without going.
Minister, I didn't want now as a Greek minister to implement all of this. I didn't. It's funny say ideas nowadays, developing them, giving them a board, research, forming all these things. It's when you know your idea unim. It's I didn't want now as a Greek minister now you.
I can't over say 1.5 years now. Jumano Ako. It's the bulk of the work in there. The foundation, FAPIM no. Yes, see FAPIM no. With these institutions that we have created, which was never done, not only in terms of the Tree Crop Development Authority. Say, we have in Parliament the Grains Development Authority. Before I left my office, there are 2 more authorities that we are creating. That is Poultry Development Authority and Horticultural Development Authority. And these are all institutions that we are creating for the first time in many in generations. And then planting for food and jobs, and they are initiating so much to develop it if the government prioritizes agriculture. Let's say to be the right amount of budget to support these things. Ama yetime free. Relying on borrowing to finance our development.
Okay, BB earlier about o campaign launch, the onion launch here, Krana, a inframarket and Kitia Buboni. O party for Edia to just say Mamunya campaign.
Yes.
And reaching so Bishaka say Yenya early Congress precona semina finance monko.
Yes.
Inti onine nama uchre wadwin na anya party mrana woto. And what drink for early Congress also to say? Well,
the Dicano, Semi Boo Party Numra, Castellan come a minister. Ibinum a poster, or more campaign.
To say,
well, I mean, I don't have to mention them, but I'm saying, say, and Kofoa, or more indicated some best or more to Francano. They say, do be Nipedu, say, Dubaco. And no tina, na I was say. Free, baby, me wo ministry no. Said the bear, party numrano, mediso. Na party numrano, public lecture, I'm no. There's a reason why I chose baby no. Our university, because me share the vision if I became president. The vision that I have for the people of Ghana no. The beneficiaries will be the youth. Because we are looking into the future. Therefore, now I will say me here, baby, babuno, a war, na me kasachiro, na me nim say, kasa me kasachiro, monsono, a komumu pa, if you say, the reaction, menya, not only from the youth, but from around the country. any we are seeing the kind of response I mean I know panini nkokra ne mabaye ne obia no e kire say sa vision na me no me de koto adi no eye bibia e kan omakoma na say fa say ye launch there say unko fa forms ye ma kwan ye mie kwan na ma unko fa form enfele apply my enka say afede we a candidate. You can't launch a program. Why we are a candidate? I'm not a candidate yet.
You're aspiring to be.
Yes, I'm aspiring to be a candidate, and that aspiration will be fulfilled when the party lifts the ban, say open nominations. Oh, say there. That argument for me.
It's not say you say you campaign every now here.
Well,
and you say others are also on the campaign trail anyway.
Well, what the American is saying that question now is moot.
Okay.
Moot in the sense that to say you're back to the end of the first quarter of the year.
Good.
The constitution of this party says the latest time a bit my to Francano is 7 December 2023. So na me channel. And you know. They were talking about even having the Congress in March. He said March is like 1 week. Now, it's not a question of early or late again. That issue is dead and gone. I was say a share party no. Emra, Omo Ebema Council. I also will take a decision. A share. Na fe womo adana disabia that say na ye be nominations na that say so na drew ha ye be ma delegates no so ato abano na fe ye hu ano na hu kwan be fa so a ye be to adwuma no so
early or late you believe sir you're good to go.
Oh me say me message any response I mean no adware twa mo yi e come public lecture no. Very, very powerful response.
Yen share lecture nka krebi ne wan ka say djuma waye obi anim say e ba na agrek that's your bias or na wan hon nin bebre igina ye agrek free ho a adiem biom na o de ba se ye
me say agriculture no
yes
we in free mu a enye ye
inti den ye de ka ho
there be agriculture no within it no.
Yes.
My name sure there be. Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes.
5 crops. Every year it gives them between 7 to 8 billion US dollars. The same 5 crops in Ghana no. Yenya even $2 billion, including cocoa. Yenya even $2 billion in free nan campus. Yedi IBB. Tree Crop Development Authority no. Is designed, say, a between $6 to $12 billion a year after 8 years of implementation. And the no and a be free. Some every 3-4 years be I will say you call IMF because you call Jibusianwa na affair a minute near call IMF.
But doc, now was 6 years.
Yes.
When to me and find you in now?
Brunei say Rome was not built in a day. We have 66 years as a nation, and we've had hundreds of years as a nation in colonial imperial domain. It is 6 years there. It's in the history of a nation. No, it's only I would say seconds in the history of a nation.
There's a kitwe.
Yes, a kitty. Now, no. And I make us say within this short period, no, the institutions I are building, the FAPIMA, EDSI Hono, Ubianye Bida in this republic. I make us say the only commodity organization or Ghana, a Ghana Cocoa Board, by an act of 1947, since 1947.
Yeah.
Akufo-Addo Ben and a day, these measures eba to target other tree crops, to diversify out of cocoa, to give us the kind of foreign exchange that we need to fund our industry, our agriculture itself, health, education, infrastructure, motorways, roads, whatever. And no be or say free agriculture mona eba. So let's say there be a Kobobosian, there be development. You be call I am of a qua, and could see a baby. If it's a gold, a boasin qua, 2 gold over 120 years. The last few years, Ghana, one of the first or second biggest producer of gold in Africa. In South Africa, for now, you say, and you could see President Kufuor by you see a discover oil. Yeah, Hunya Menina, free swa, yes, I see to oil. Only you to a boss say, and no, baby say, or hefa, and Nina could say, as Uncle IMF. And we are dear no ye, now you're Nenye, now you're Nenye, or so to me fat pound for Frosso. Onyankopon so amay de sisi a tie be tie ye nase I had the soil Nyankopon so amay akuafo a omo ye hard working say wo so mo sisi kakra bi a omo deliver they said omo deliver on planting for food and jobs with these subsidies enya akuafo wo omo bia so na tisa
but planting for food and jobs
all over the world, and I know the attitude of farmers. If you also ban a cocoa, but Ghana so Akuafontesa almost show in cocoa, Tama, Tetakwashi, the cocoa beans free Fernando Po at the time a bar Akuapem spread like wildfire all the way through Akuapem, Eastern, Ashanti, Bronafo, Korea, Western region. They demonstrated that they work. And in these 6 years, we're planting for food and jobs. We said the total amount of Sika, this a year subsidy on seed, improved seed and fertilizer alone. In Fionnum, Aban spending 2.6 billion cedis.
That was also borrowed money, wasn't it? And also, was
budget, the year free budget America. The American say. So we share a Juma at 2.6 billion a year, seed and fertilizer. A Duane produce any other. So the Bomwa is worth something like 48.5 billion Ghana cedis.
And so now Duane boarding.
Well, Duane born in your memo.
There be so investment into planting for food and jobs, seed, fertilizer, production. Yes. Nini kikeka aduane boarding.
No, well, aduane
bo akosoro.
Aduane bo there.
Nti ebia na sika na edi shame na amfa so bia mbre.
Amfa so na make. Say you calculate production free sika you spend there no. That's the evidence I'm giving you. Say aduane produce out of the seeds and fertilizer the 1.7 million farmers no. So would a board to swa 46.5 billion cedis. It is only 2.6 cedis. It may produce there 48.5 cedis. Which other industry can give you that rate of return? So, and no there. They say England and we share BBC. Inflation I cost ruin because of vegetable prices. And yet now just vegetables. Inflation in the UK has gone to the highest level, over 10%, which they say for 40 years inflation in Lusada. And you know these are things that happen. I don't just say policy not failing. The direct evidence say the calculation of amount of sika abano they are so asene so omon fanya juma any production is free mobile so what the value to so at the farm gate 48.5 billion,
and that's a lot of money.
Yes, into the economy.
But are the people feeling it?
Yes, farmers are more Ghana there. They will be the first to feel it because they are the beneficiaries.
Not all of them feel it.
Well,
it be complaining
farmers,
especially poultry farmers, pig farmers, food crops. A lot of complaints.
Not food crops.
Food crops.
No. I'm not here. Maybe every year I go around. Every blessed year I go around the 16 regions of this country. That's how 16 regions I'm econo. Because I'm just the capital. I go into farms and meet farmers, real farmers on their farms. I meet extension officers, how many farmers near Juma. I meet the chemicals, fertilizers, I meet all kinds of and traditional rulers to see what they are thinking about their people. The message that I get from them is not what you are saying. But the message that I get the last 2 years is one of thanking me for bringing these things, these schemes for them to benefit.
Every year, Bia also call around the 16 regions.
Except 2020, COVID
happening. Do you ever say, Bia, 5 years every year you go around? Until you've done more than 90 trips around Ghana.
Right.
Is that why you're planting your billboards as well? Because of billboards were baby. How come?
Nah, me billboards now, baby.
Into Bibeka jokingly said planting for Akoto and billboards, not planting for. How come? How come billboards were baby?
Till they make
meeting.
2018, I conducted an agricultural census. For the first time in 38 years, there had not been an agricultural census.
Agricultural census?
Yes. The UN, to which we belong, say every 10 years, we will see a kind for biaso. For 38 years, we did it. I come in, I initiate the process, 2018. Agricultural census, I kind of farmers. We got 3.1 million farmers in Ghana. Planting for food and jobs at the peak reached 1.7 million. 1.7 million. And these 1.7 million farmers are mere beneficiaries. The demonstrative effect for the other half now, and benefit. Say, unuatiho. Na muna muye juma together. Na I fertilizer at a cheap rate or apply when you improve seed. Just say and also or the from the fertilizer guzo. Then instead say ekado ubenya 5-6 bags now. Suddenly uneba unya 15, 16, 18, 20, 35 bags per. And no bemo who say or ye bibia nya or no ne jumano koso cheo. And a very friend a demonstrative effect. And say when your subsidy be granted or carbon tin koto on the open market beya sila ubenyam for so so the mechan and no the impact of planting for food and jobs is to open up farmers to the practices of new technology. The Juma scientists or laboratories and high yield seeds resistant to diseases, early maturing, all kinds of drought resistant and all of that. A home for one, as they say, by encouraging them to apply these new technologies of seed and fertilizer. And this is the way it's going.
Dr. Afriyie Akoto, in spite of all these successes are okay, now you crack tomatoes, you crack cocoa, you crack bro. How come? Everybody saying?
A bro, dear, I can assure you, say, you crack bro, you export to a bro.
At the point, now a farmers can say they had to import maize.
But at that point, it wasn't before 2017.
No, when Afriyie Akoto was minister.
No, because my license. I issue the export license for import of maize. I never issued in the 6 years any such license. In fact, I challenged them about 3 years ago. So you had to go for maize bar. Boy for the poultry industry. I gave licenses
for maize.
For maize
importation.
Yes, but they couldn't. Why? Because almost in the board or Ghana abroad was even higher. Into almost the bar, they will make a loss. So
at least some imported.
No. What? It's a small quantity of yellow maize. Ghana, our production of maize doubled under my administration from 1.7 million metric tons. By 2021, we're doing 3.4 million metric tons.
How about chicken?
I've been the ranking member for Food, Agriculture and Cocoa Affairs of Parliament. First as a deputy and then substantive for 8 years in Parliament. So those statistics, historical statistics, to say, we've never been, before we came, we've never been able to do 1.8 million metric tons of maize.
But you went to 3.4 under your watch.
Exactly. And I strongly and confidently say, sir, if we carry on the programs that I initiated, we could go to 6 million. Or even more. Malawi, small Malawi, that's 3 million. And big Ghana, we couldn't even go to 2 until Akoto arrives on the scene with his planting for food and jobs.
Akoto the planter.
Yeah, well, not only planter, but he's a farmer.
Well, Akoto the farmer, but Akoto, I talked about your billboards, I will plant it. I don't know, how come say your billboards are all over the place?
Well, the farmers are planting for me.
Inti, how about chicken? How about tomatoes? Ebanisena akoko. Poultry farmers here did be how come say you clean toast?
You see, in toast there, you be crack. Because you see, Ghana is an open economy. You can never say Ghana will be self-sufficient in everything they do. But at the same time, near my and say endowment, I will say, and also yetimi eyenekasi near tongue is an open economy. Media they have me pane poultry farmers because me now for be poultry farmers and I've seen them struggling.
So they feel let down by you. Well, because we are Greek minister and some industry in Korea.
There are more farmers who are very grateful for the opportunities I've given them. Out of the 3.1 million farmers, how many are poultry farmers? The results of the census will give you a breakdown of all the crops and the others, what they do. And of course, you have to know, say Ghana, and yet farmers, they are not specialized in one crop. They do 3-4 crops at the same time. Some poultry farmers are also crop farmers and all of that. So the net effect, and also they can now go say, oh, wait, problem, program failure. I think that you'll be coming to the wrong conclusions.
But poultry for no major power.
Oh, that's a mean himself, Mojami. I know there. Bibia may admit it, but there are two things. This is why I'm saying, I have on my desk the Poultry Development Authority. We need a specialized agency or Beshe Poultry Ejumano. It's a CA Sama a struggle. We need the equivalent of cocoa board for poultry. And this is what is on my desk, and I hope, sir, the Obi demanding or Beshe no they call cabinet. I could defend it. I made their call. Parliament, I mean, an act to create that authority to promote, together with the Grains Development Authority, which is in Parliament now. Between the two, they should be able to solve the problem with the Trade Ministry coming in to control imports of poultry, because the chicken that they bring into this country are heavily subsidized by the countries of origin, and WTO does not allow that. That's dumping. They are able to bring a chicken here for 13 cedis per kilo. The production of poultry in this country is about 32 Ghana cedis per kilo. So we can't compete. Until we shouldn't just open our borders wide, our ports wide for them to just come and dump.
But you were in charge.
Yeah, but no, I'm not the Minister of Trade.
Well, Minister of Agri.
Yeah, Minister of Agri. You are in charge of production. You see, I'm not more mommy near my bibria and you're my juma.
Minister, just one question from the poultry side, and I'll move on to other areas. Obviously, Kwame, for instance, Minister of Food and Agriculture sells a kilo of maize at 30 cedis. Meanwhile, our Glow sells it at 15 cedis. So where is the encouragement? Minister Sadi Enokwe.
The Ministry of Agri and Tom Bibiao. Why on was Malcolm? I mean, I don't know where he was, or as the Ministry of Agriculture, which directorate of the ministry sells maize. We don't sell maize. We promote production. But we are in terms of the marketing. This is why I'm saying that we are this Grain Development Authority that will be in charge of marketing, setting minimum prices, and announcing it every year. Say, bro, from 1st October, minimum to the producer, producer price is say. They said the cocoa, yeah. The same thing that we want to do for all these specified areas of the authority, and then guaranteeing the market for the farmers and making sure, say, our export standards are correct so that we can export to earn foreign exchange instead of smuggling across the borders to Burkina Faso, Nigeria, and the other places where we don't get any process.
A few names here: Mahamadou Bawumia, Alan Chermatin, Boache Jako, Kennedy Ejepong, Kwabena Ejepong, Adainimo, Joe Gate, Konedo Apreku. How does Owusu Afriyie Akoto match up to all these? Who's saying with sa competition here eba umpaching?
Me who say media adwuma meya no ena me gina so a me ka ho asem say adwuma na nado danko akufo ado shemensa say me nhwe ma akuafo adwuma nkoso no. I've succeeded, and I've succeeded overwhelmingly. Fa akuafo na me no mo ye adwuma no omo bedi ho adanse. He said that be omdi ho dance me kwa around the country. And no na mijina so a me dey me nhwe obi de. Me nhwe say the portfolio that Kufuor the man no I've delivered. And he se me deliver, and is one of the most difficult portfolios. Because we are dealing with millions of farmers, as I'm saying 3.1 million farmers who are some of the poorest. Here who pay here will be a hand pa equany. So the number the almost sounds as a shano majuman koswa and yajma ketwa. Na metimia yama a eka baby could be a traditional rulers near daddy almost can force say jumana away no. I saw ni.
And you're no mabe to abanas delegates.
Oh, baby delegates.
Niente amibisa says baby delegates cry.
Delegates na fire for. So that is where the trick is.
And you feel you stand a better chance than all the names I've mentioned.
But all what I'm saying is for now we are delegates now. Majumana so many. Intie then I'm be some sisi. I'm a metuk francano. That's all. Na
nye kwafon kwa my advantage no.
Well, there's a kwafon kwa to mamia.
And Pacho, just a few messages here, and then if you may want to react to any of them, then I come in my last question. Dr. Owusu Afriyie Akoto is coming to repair, reset, and reboot NPP. Nana ya Boachi ya Dompokwa Jiman. Dr. Afriyie is the best for Ghana, Achina Fosin. And then Akwesio Bing Ejusu Bisia say Afriyie Akoto hard working man, but it's not his time. And then this one says, I'm enjoying the minister's brilliant ideas, but why? I'm surprised why for 6 years in office he couldn't succeed in achieving all these. What can he do with the remaining 4 that will be given to him? Michael Ashalaja. Chairman General, I like the questions you're asking him. Did he give out these ideas and the government refused? He reserved them until, why does he want to reserve them until he becomes president or some Kobna Bonnie in Teshin? And then, okay, I've asked him about chicken and tomatoes already. Okay. Owusu Afriyie Akoto was doing well in Agric. Saboteurs are the ones bringing him down. Walanyo in Akwetia. I hope you don't see me as one of those saboteurs. Please, Dr. Afriyie Akoto says the Agric ministry doesn't sell anything. Has he forgotten they were selling plantains there? Gasti Man in Brekum says, okay. Okay, right. Any of them you may want to comment on, and then maybe 1 or 2 more questions, and then we're done.
Well, the say. This is the first time a farmer is contesting to bear the flag of the MPP, and also to become president of Ghana. We've had lawyers, all kinds of professionals, and don't you me stress about the benefits a Kuafo enye free me 6 years me the bar ministry no. Now they all can if say a tongue and near my ministry no there. I was just making a point.
Okay.
Question I will say no. Na enye mini it's only November, December yana. I decided say I'll make a point say aduane ho. Ni bono emre na nkofo bi a normal profiteer from it. And I proved it beyond doubt, say, from Serioso, Bodi Serioso, Medeba ministry. The same transport now, farmers don't, traders don't, use the bank, no. The same transport cost charges. I was able to bring a bunch of plantain to the premises of the ministry for 14 to 18 Ghana cedis when it was selling for 55 cedis in Aboboloshi market.
Yeah.
I was able to bring a tuber of yam from Oti region to my premises for 7 cedis when it was selling for 24 cedis in Aboboloshi market.
But your critics said the area and it wasn't sustainable.
Oh well, it was sustainable.
It's gone.
No, it's a mini ho.
Now when you ourselves could be
heavy Tio Sadiano. It was experimental and also to have a knock-on effect. Wouldn't you say that's 6 weeks now me interviewing, and my prices of food in those markets, they had to come down. The women went to attack some of our women who were selling at around the circle and so on. So almost sell juma. And so now from 55 cities, eventually, because there was pressure on them, we exposed them. Say, so 55 cities, there. Even Obuasi mine doesn't get that kind of rate of return on its capital for you to be able to exploit situations like that. So I made my point, and I'm so happy that I was able to demonstrate. Say, one, as I had been telling the country going around, there's plenty of food. Edru Gosu was telling me this was July. Say, for the bag also beton, only out of 4. And so I think, comes if I can say, oh, no, the enemy home in the boy. And
Yamina make Obi asked the Yamina make a media. Somebody and I'm so and I'm so never but Minister Mpacho Obisimi Bisa or say Minister, just tell him that we agree that we have an executocratic presidential system. So the president has to share your vision, else on council. I wish the former Agric minister will realize his vision and ambition to become president and turn Ghana into true agrarian economy. But tell him, I said, I beg him, he should consider coconuts and Indian hemp, marijuana. It has all kinds of things that can be done for Ghana. Poultry farming competes with cheaply done Broniwewu chicken, just like the fashion industry. So we are in trouble. We want him to help, and that is Nana Ej from West Legon. And then okay, let me move on.
Coconut, one of the 6 crops under the planting for Tree Crop Development Authority.
Coconuts, no?
Yes.
Okay.
There were coconut, oil palm, rubber, cashew, shea, and mango. These are the 6 targeted crops. Potentially, it can earn as more foreign exchange than cocoa. That's why we chose them, based on world market prices, relative prices on these things. And I'm saying that the same out of the 6, 5 of them in Cote d'Ivoire is earning them between $7 and $8 billion every year. We are in the clutches of IMF for only $3 billion over a 3-year period. So it's lying here. And we are doing only less than $2 billion with these crops. So through the authority, the coconut can earn Ghana as much or even more than what cocoa is earning us today. And we've done a feasibility study. That's part of what we took to cabinet, which is still which then went to Parliament. Is an Act 1010 of 2019. And then the authority was established by President Akufo-Addo in Kumasi in September 2020. The body is there. We need to give them the seed fund for them to operate the way they are designed to operate. And Ghana will be out of the clutches of the IMF. And the same thing for the Grains Development Authority. If we can, Ghana's domestic consumption, a bro, is only 2 million metric tons. Now we are doing 3.4. Most of it is being leaked into our neighbors without any returns to us. If we form the authority and we can drive production of grain to 6 million, it means that 4 million we can export and get millions, hundreds of millions of dollars out of maize and all of that. So we have see FAPIM, no. That's what I'm saying.
How about marijuana?
Marijuana and so Kubusa drugs board.
Food and Drugs Authority.
Yes.
But with your background, I'm sure you know about the research into these things.
Oh, there been some media
Now say I agree. I agree.
We are
Adena musro in Komosa. Dr. Afriyie Akoto, just 2 more questions, Mary. Critics Nibiaka say age is not on your side. Wumfie kwa anymore. Wumsa wabing wonim dear, but wumfie kwa anymore dodo for such a job.
And yet,
Usomu say.
And yet, being asame and kwan ye account. Ye can't a hoarding. Me per se, Ubio Casa Biano, Mimida and Opebi, Omra Golden Tulip Tennis Club. Number 5 racket, nominating you for 2 hours near radio over Terry.
Love all.
So, these are, look, President Biden is what, 81 now. He's going for a second term. Ouattara is coming off at the age of 80. Yeah, I mean,
Akufo-Addo will be 79 next week.
Exactly, and you see the way he works, 24 hours. And nobody Dakar, the next time Qatar, the next time President Mahama Ubedi, no, he was in his 50s. Sumu nyuma forever and ever.
Ntu wa honden say no.
Tennis. Ubehu de ne hoden.
Auntie Mahama Akoto on the tennis courts. I don't know how it will pan out at the end of the day, how many sets they'll play. I know they'll start from level, but I don't know how it will end. Dr. Owusu Afriyie Akoto, former Greek minister, gunning to become the flag bearer of the MPP Waha Anope na the national campaign coordinator, Peter Oting Dakom, and the spokesperson, Dr. Sodoke. Is this Sodoke? Yeah. Former DC Akachi South, Deputy Spokesperson Anyona Manye, Ebi. Doc, in Kofo and conform new a year Juma. Ebisu a shia patcher say personal traits of Dr. Akoto. Arrogant, near him born. Autocratic, why no ho Idi Amin. Temperamental and check none wofu. I know so you refer to it a bit during your address, but yes, nipa nankasano on penipa.
Penipa. Me papa nipa do war.
Yes,
beba.
Bafo.
Minuanom. Ye nyina 36. I'm the 18th born.
You can't be. Yes,
you can't be brought up in a family that says own penipa.
Nipa bepel. Ebi no hu nipa ndo 36 de mo doso do. You had seen too many people, you got tired of people.
No, I never got. And when I say from the outside, people see me like that. But if you come closer, I'm as friendly and very open.
Maybe you don't create the environment for people.
Oh,
nipa hu kwan no mo mame hu the good side.
Say uba mi fie anopa. Now be hu nipa go ha. Both Kumasi. By 6 o'clock, my compound in Kumasi is swarming with people.
Because you want to be president?
No, not before then. Well, before then. My house has always been in Kumasi, in Accra, very open, and people come walk in and out. So, it is, maybe I'm over keen in trying to achieve what I want to achieve. Because Ghana was such huge potential. And the frustration for me is a man for and you get approaches all the time. So me bought tape be and pay my young friend be at the Bremia, a bear who a teacher ni. I say na katua and so no landlord hunting for say own tree and rent into member. You see, you have such hardships amongst the people, and there's no need for it given the endowment that this country has. I am proposing the path to relieve all of us of such hardships. Say, say, may Ghana for the 2 million shamensa, a quam pesame de faso, Emma and Huchia, Ghana for and Huchia and Akoso. Through agriculture, even within that short space now, I can was no. And me a keen said, me make sure say me produce the results. Not just say me arrogant and I say me autocratic. I believe in democracy. I mean, I'm a liberal when it comes to the politics. In argument.
You're a friendly person?
Very, very friendly.
You're not autocratic?
No.
Arrogant?
Arrogant.
Disrespectful?
No, Ghana 4 days, see. That's one thing I've found about.
Yes, and part of the complaints that have come in.
Say, and they say, well, define
that. Say, Akoto no, Uba Corona say,
serious.
I say, Uchiano Crown, that kind of thing. And Yadia Nipa, people find it easy to approach you. Obisi minka say sabio why say bosom na osi ho itino yentimi ma wanim sa
omo me no me adwuma ministry ukobusa omo ambaka che
ebia na ho na mu free ba obeden ho ebia na omo na omo ka we a kire mi o say Akoto ti say bosom nti ukọ na nimu a ye nkọ no mmere wo sa
we mama ka me nkola be
mitie
na be papa ne ma the nickname bi ye friend mununkum.
And your papa Subai no afa. So it is in your DNA. Because you look like him a bit too. You know, Ebia. Maybe so be about sense of entitlement. Also, there be a sense of commitment. Yes. Dr. Afriyie Akoto, your final words.
My final words, no. About call delegates are to first of all, super delegates, no. If about 1,000, less than 1,200. The cream of the party. And Ekoto be nipenum say a bro no more. They are common delegates no. Then the general be no a big decision making for the flag bearership no. A nipa 210,000. 95% of them are polling station. We have nearly 40,000 polling stations. Bakubia efa nipenum. The chairman, the secretary, and 3 organizers: women organizer, organizer himself, and the youth organizer. And no one penny for. Enti adwuma no kase no a ko decide no. Eya omo polling stations. These nearly 40,000 polling stations. Mefa wakonya iso. Na ma appeal to both the super delegates and the delegates say. Almost share the state of the party. Na me my MP 2 terms, 8 years. Me try 3 times and sign a quadras for Ejimetu until I understand polling station politics. Me to almost say, and no more complaints are more when you meet them all over the country. Inyashi, na comedy, na say. Minim a choir. Me faswa sa complaints no me addressing apart from the air can say or mine the national policy, agricultural policy, economic policy ni amaniama no omo so ye no e ade a me so me da me na ho na minim kwa me so me hwe ama eno nya afio enti se e beto be ya omo nkai Owusu Afriyie Akoto so omo dwene party dom ebinom ebitimi tramadim say 30 years they've been working for this party omunya ahwe free mo ebinom say complaints be brave na sa complaints din na no me metiasia pa eno nti omo nti na meba nti na meja madwuma abam say me si fam nam ne omo bedin komo na metieti omo nsɛm a waka kyɛ me nya all these years and no in addition to it bibia ɛka ho anasa fotuo bi wɔ hɔ ɔmo de bɛma me a ɔmo me nso magye na yɛ nyinaa momu nyɛ baako unity na yɛmfa nkɔ face NDC 7 December 2024 na saa ahoɔden na ɔmo de bɛba bɛtaa makyia me ayɛ no yɛgye yɛ breaki 8 no ewia nsɛm a ɔmo no ma ka nyinaa no mɛyɛ ama ɔmo nti no mede nyame gya ɔmo na mɛsan atoa so ne ɔmo didi nkɔmɔ gu so a me ne ɔmo di nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ kokoa mu mɛba na me ne ɔmo bɛdi nkɔmɔ na hyehyɛ ɔmo adwene mu a mɛtumi de ama ɔmo so daakye no ɔmo nya awerɛhyɛm sɛ meba a biribia bɛyɛ yɛ no nso no ɛno nso me ne ɔmo aka sɛde bɛyɛ a ɔmo aba no ɔmo ɛbɛto ama manya flabarship no.
It will be interesting to see how it goes. Owusu Afriyie Akoto, former Agric Minister. Opinion Edasiano Pay, no Adaje, Odia Babesrai, Peace 104.3. Questions in the Bible, but of course we can't do it all.